Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Subscribe to the channel if you guys like looking for undervalued investment opportunities and financial education. I'm going to do technical analysis. We're going to talk about gold and silver. Gold and silver had a pretty good up day. Again, we need to look at the yields. The yields were down today. Yields down, dollar down, gold and silver up. So what's going to happen going forward? We can speculate on this. So let's jump in and see what I've got. We've got gold and silver. What drives gold and silver are real negative rates. That's what drives it. We have an up day today, down day for yields. This was, I don't know if it ended at here, but it was later in the day. That's what we were up. And again, this is financial education only. You guys are going to have to do your own due diligence and figure out what you guys want to do. So this is the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield. You can see we've got this trend line here. And to me, it looks like we broke to the downside. So we're breaking this trend line with a decent move. And what does that mean? It means that if we do have an inflationary period and yields go down, that means that we're going to have a greater real negative rate. Now, we haven't really broken out. I mean, this obviously could reverse back up higher. But if these yields continue to go down, I think gold's going to go higher, and obviously bonds are going to go higher. But I think gold's going to be going higher. It's going to be almost a risk-off play. And with yields going down, depending on how far they go down, and I don't know who's pushing these things down. It could be the government. I don't know. It would also impact other investments. Here is the dollar. It was down 0.45% today. Pretty good move down. And I'm looking at copper here because we don't want to see yields tank and copper tank. That spells something kind of fishy, like a market crash could be coming. But and again, it takes time for this to develop. I'm just looking at these and sharing my opinions. So we've gone up, and we are still in this uptrend. Everything is still intact. Nothing to worry about. Here's wheat and precious metals. We are moving on higher. Is it going to break through this sticky area of buyers and sellers? I think it will over time. So give it time. Franco-Nevada, another royalty company. I do like it, and it's going on higher. This could also be a false breakdown where it fakes everyone out, and then it just runs higher. So this could be right in front of us. If those yields go down, we could see a nice move in gold and silver. Now here's EXK. We're kind of, I drew this in here. We're scrunching on up. Let's see which way this thing breaks. If yields go down and gold and silver go higher, I think this is going to break to the upside, and you might see a big move, potentially. Mag Silver's doing the same thing. We're going sideways. We're flirting with this upper channel line. It's coming. It's coming. If those yields go down, we could see some fireworks. Now, if yields go back up, we could come back down towards the middle bottom of this channel, or maybe we go sideways for a while if yields go higher. First Majestic, draw the line in. We're flirting with that line. We want to break to the upside. I think it depends on yields. Hecla Mining, we broke to the upside, and we're just chilling on top of it. Not a bad spot to be. SILJ, we're flirting with the line, just like all the other companies. So yields are going to determine which way this thing goes. That's what's going to happen. Yields down, inflation, if we know inflation's roughly X and yields go down a little bit, becomes a greater negative yield, real negative yield. And then we're going to see, I think, higher gold and silver prices. So that's what the driver is. You can watch that, TNX or dollar TNX in stockcharts.com. You guys can type that in, and if you see the yields going lower, or type in TNX and search for it, because StockCharts does update that real time. So dollar TNX, if it's going down, more than likely that's going to be a tailwind for gold to go up. That's what I'm watching. It looks like we're breaking down. Now, if we have a sharp move down, that means people are running to bonds, and we think that a crash could potentially be coming because we are breaking an upward trend line. But it's got to dip, and you got to see an equivalent move in copper. Now, if copper heads higher and the copper to gold ratio heads higher, more than likely yields are going to follow higher. So we can watch all this stuff, monitor it, and depending on which way it goes, it's going to determine the direction of, I think, gold and silver. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.